All right, so you have a workspace here. Just like every Adobe application, you're going to have a workspace. Now, Premiere makes it easier than other Adobe apps. Other Adobe apps, you have to go up to Window and say, Workspaces and pick the workspace. Premiere puts them all along the top right here. So right now we're in the editing workspace, but I've sort of messed around with this. This is actually not how it should look. So I'm actually gonna right click up on this title editing and tell it to reset it. So now it's going to reset it to its normal view. And as you see, we have our project bin right here where we have some assets, video and audio. We have a source monitor right here, and basically that shows anything that I want to just check out. So I can just double click on something and I see it up here, and we'll talk about that, how you use that. And then we have a sequence panel, I'm sorry, a program panel, and then we have the timeline panel. Now, the program panel will show the video that is in the timeline panel. So that's why there's nothing there right yet. And then we have the audio panel. So that is the and the toolbar panel, excuse me. This is the preset for the editing workspace. There are other workspaces that you might use. Assembly is also an editing workspace, but it doesn't have a preview monitor. It just shows the video clips or assets, just shows a program monitor, just shows a timeline. This is a really good one to use if you're just really need to throw something together really fast, and you're just going to edit it in the timeline rather than try to set ins and outs. This comes in handy. These other ones are for more in-depth editing. Color shows up with the color tools. Effects brings up the effects panel over here. Really, it does. There we go. So it has all the different kinds of effects that you can use, and it also still has sort of a shortened, or it doesn't include the source monitor. You still only have the timeline and the program. Audio obviously gives you some audio tools to edit. I can't really see much here because I don't have anything in here. You can also say, just show me everything. And that basically just gives you your source, your program, your project panel, your timeline, and then it has pretty much all the different things: effects, graphics, sound, color, all the different things you might want to do. It even has some legacy properties, and this actually might, if you have a big monitor, this is a really cool workspace because you've got everything at your fingertips. Again, if you just want to do graphics, it pops up all the default graphics, or if you create graphics in After Effects and then as templates and then import them in here, they'll show up here. If you use Creative Cloud, they'll show up over here. And then if you want to use this to log information, metadata basically, you can use the meta logging. Most of the time though, you're probably going to be using the editing workspace.